are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. They do it big here in Houston, and a second ago it was a Texas-sized welcome for their hometown guys. They're fired up and ready to go as they get set to match up with the Indianapolis Colts. And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Able to drop him for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14.
Mike 53, I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. 60 Maverick. 53 is the Mike.
From the gun. Townsend. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. Tucker McCann now for the extra point. And this is good to make it 7-0 Indy. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM, it always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Let's go, let's go. Hawk 70, 53, Mike 53.
Back to throw. Townsend under pressure, and down he goes. Quiddy Pay. He's the culprit, dropping him for a 2-yard loss. Not the start to this one that any quarterback would want or envision. Remember, he had the pick 6, and here he ends up on his backside.
And you have to wonder to yourself, okay, after throwing the pick 6, did he get too careful with the football and not deliver downfield and take that sack? They've got to make sure that he's really into this game.
Flushed out, and he's going to go down again. Yannick Ngakoue in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint, as that is sack number 100 and what has certainly been a terrific career to this point. Hines now on the return. Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop, a man down on the return. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. Good starting field position for the Colts as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 44. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 7 yards the pick up there.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Naeem Hines, his first carry. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. These two teams, they met up earlier in the year, back in week 2, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
What we got? 58, right over there, yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Oh, you got deep? Switch. No, off.
A run with Harris out of the shotgun, and he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football.
18 Cardinal. Watch a slant. Shoot. Turn up. 79 Broncos. Mike 41.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
Watch the pass. 58 for Mike, 58 for Mike. 3 buzz. Check three. 60 Eagle.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Gets this to his running back. That's Jalen Samuels. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
But normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation, you have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run, and I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Danny. 58.
They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37. This defense for the Colts, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Hey, 4-1's Mike.
Hey, watch the slant.
Trap 60. 41 Mike.
Looking to throw. Townsend. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. He'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
Panther 60. 25's the mic. We're going 25's the mic.
Let's go, defense. Our time. This is our time.
Hey, 25's the mic. We're going 25's the mic.
Here we go.
Operating from the gun, Townsend. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Keon Crossan. And the Colts are going to take over at their own 41. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he's brought down. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Colts in possession. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. On first down, he'll drop to throw. This one caught by Isabella. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
43's the mic, boy. 43.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Hines. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The previous run good for 9. Here's second and a yard.
Check out route. Dragon 60.
They're going to look to throw. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And the Colts are looking at first and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
They'll run it with Shaheen. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be second and goal.
Now, that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
Check, check, check. Quick the edge, quick the edge. Come, come.
On the carry, Shaheen. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Adam Shaheen, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Colts add on to their lead. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And it's now 14-0. McCann's got it teed up. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Townsend. Quick hitter here. It's complete.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Townsend. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Here's 2nd and 10.
53, Mike.
Panther Street, strip that ball.
On the give, this is Harris. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up. And we'll break that one soon.
On 3rd down, here's Harris. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
Each team has its own terminology. Some people call it jumbo, some call it monster, some call it king. But it doesn't really matter. They brought in the big lumber to pick up that 1st down.
Yeah, you think about goal line defense with the goal line offense that time getting it done. Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Quarterback, Hawk 70. To clear you up. Don't get nervous.
Jack!
Buffalo 18.
Back to throw. Townsend. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. DeForest Buckner picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. But, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this 1st half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. The Texans send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this returnable for Hines. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. It's been a good 1st half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey.
Touchdown, Indianapolis. Andy Isabella with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year. And the Colts are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by McCann, up and good, and it's now 21-0. McCann's got it teed up. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Check. 53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike. 6 guys. Check 6 guys.
They'll run it out of the gun with Mack. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
On the double.
53.
Cowboy 80. Watch the backer. Watch the backer. 53's the Mike. 53. Check 53. We own them. We own them. Wide. Get wide. 60 Eagle.
Out of the gun, here's a give to Mack. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. On 1st and 10, Townsend. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. 3 yards remain for 2nd down.
No gain on this defense. No gain. Check. 50.
Looking to throw. Townsend. He's got his man. It's the tight end, Brevin Jordan. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts 36. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the 1st half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw. Townsend. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. The 20. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. McCann for the point after. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Throwing on 1st down. Townsend. He dumps this off to Mack. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the 1st half. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Hardy. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
In your face.
They'll look to throw again. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
The kick by Fairbairn is good. And that drops a deficit from 28 to 25. So they do get the 3 points before they hit halftime. Something to build on, maybe.
Yeah, go ahead and raise the banner, right? Wave the flag. That's good. Got points, and now, as you said, they've got something to build on as they get ready for the second half.
It's a squibber picked up around the 27. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third-quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Finds Hines again for the completion. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. These two teams met in Indy earlier in the year with the Colts coming out on top. So a win here in Houston would give them the season sweep. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Throw left side, complete to Isabella. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Andy Isabella with his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the 2nd most in a single year. And the Colts just continue to pour it on. Extra point by McCann, up and good, and the lead will swell by 1 more. McCann's got it teed up. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. The throw over the middle, taken in, and brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. On first down, Townsend. Over the middle, complete. It's Jordan. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Townsend. Open man is Jordan, the tight end. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a first down.
On first down, it's Harris, and he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Toward the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Looking to throw on 2nd down, Townsend. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good game and a first down.
He pushes forward from maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
Every team we ever talk to that continues to run the ball in a game, even when they haven't had much success, all talks about attrition, don't they? If you keep running it, eventually good things are likely to happen. It's been a hard go in this game today, hasn't it?
Yeah, this defense, they've met pretty much every challenge in front of them this afternoon.
They're still trying to run the ball, but they're not finding much space.
On 2nd down, it's Harris, and he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Jalen Samuels. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Texans cut into that lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And that will cut this lead down to 25. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. Still comfortably on top, 3rd quarter, as they start things here with a 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Hits his target, the tight end, Mo Alley Cox. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
79 Broncos. 43 is the mic, boys. 43. Check, 43. I'm going to run you over.
And with the play clock reading 4, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Kill.
They'll drop the throw. caught. It's Isabella. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Andy Isabella with touchdown number 29, too short of LaDainian Tomlinson's all-time record 31. And the Colts have got it on cruise control. Extra point by McCann, up and good, and that will extend this big lead. McCann's got it teed up. This taken in at the goal line. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go? The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 15. Back to throw. Townsend throwing the out route incomplete. That's Hardy. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Looking to throw. Townsend. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. But the passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end. The 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now.
19 Tiger. 3's the mic. 43's the mic. Here I come. 43's the mic. 43's the mic.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Baby, that's a big shot.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
Ready. Cowboy 80. You ain't doing nothing today.
Shit.
70 Lion.
They run with Hines. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Pick it up, defense. Let's go.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Here we
60. Hey, check that. Street. Under crunch.
They'll set up a throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 38-yard line.
Slam. Panther 60. 43 is the mic. All right, T, let's. All right, T.
Now back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football.
Hey, alert three.
Back to throw again. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's third down.
Safety's creeping.
Looking to throw. Past the 20. 5. Touchdown Colts. Andy Isabella becoming just the second player with 30 touchdowns in a single year. And the Colts just continue to pour it on. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And the lead will swell by one more. McCann's got it teed up. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 32. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
60 Bison.
This is Hines. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
I'm going to come back to you. Hey, switch gears.
Hawk 70.
Back to throw here. Touchdown! That's caught. Nyheim Hines, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Colts use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. So the extra point good, and the roughing call going to move the ball out to the 50 for the kickoff.
And I think this is a good chance to pin them deep if you can land the kickoff inside the 5-yard line or so. Gain some field position for your defense.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Throw left side, got to be taken in by Harris. Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
The Texans on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is going to be 3rd and 13. This goes to Mack on the check down. And he spins past. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great...
And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 47, 20, 10, and he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD.
McCann now for the extra point.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They hand this off to Harris. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Townsend. He gets it complete to Harris. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. He's going to sling this deep downfield.
And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
A crazy sequence here. A huge gain that time, but it still leaves them well short for 4th down.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. The Texans here on 3rd down, putting an extra defender in the secondary.
43's the mic. 43's the mic. Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this.
And they will take a knee here. And now the Colts call on their field goal unit here.
McCann's kick up and good.
And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger.
Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Odafe Owe able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. And that's complete to Cooks. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or...
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone, and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can follow this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Indianapolis, they finish oh so close to perfection in the regular season, but this win in the final weekend gives them a final mark of 16-1. And now they'll have the week off as they get set to go after a Super Bowl title. Meanwhile, for the Texans, they'll finish a less than stellar campaign with a mark of 6-11. And this is a team that has a few good pieces in place, but could stand to get deeper and younger all around. So for our entire